Hello guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make a application that displays the balance of any wallet that you want on the blockchain of Ergo, which is a cryptocurrency that not a lot of people know about, but it's gaining popularity little by little. Alright, so let's get started with the requirements. The first thing you're going to need is download IDE, which it can be Visual Studio Code, the one that I'm going to use for this tutorial. Next, you're going to need to open up your IDE, and then go to your desktop, create a new folder. Let's name it Ergo. I'm going to name it Ergo Tutorial. And then open up that folder using your Visual Studio Code or whatever IDE you're using. Okay, opened it up. In this folder, you're going to create two files. One called index.html, one called index.js. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and search for, actually, I think I can include this doc type HTML and then close it off like this. HTML. I'll make then the next you're gonna want to, in here, header tags. Then here you're gonna want some sort of body tags. And then in here you're gonna want to link the files to each other. So I'm gonna put the source is equal to index.js, and that all that does is link these two files together. And then here I'm gonna name this Ergo application. I think that's how you do it. Whatever. And all right, let's see what we get. Oh wait, before that, actually, you're gonna want to go to your plugins, which should be here, extensions. You can press Control-Shift-X if you can't find it. Then you're gonna want to search for Live Server. It's this one. Install this plugin. Once that is installed, go back to your file, index.html, right-click on the open space, look at open with Live Server, and then there we go, our basic Ergo application. Let's go ahead and actually put this inside of the body tag, because nothing should be in the header tag, really. There we go. Alright, so next we're going to want to display our balance. So here in the body tag, there's our title. Okay. In here, let's put some sort of balance H2. All that means is really like a title tag with second priority. So H1 would be first. But in here, we're going to put some dummy data in there. And you can see that this is where our balance would be displayed for our crypto wallet, or our crypto, yeah, whichever address you want to display the balance of. Here we're going to need a reference to this, so we're going to need to refer to this somehow. So let's just name it balance. And all this is just like a special ID that we're going to be referring it to this text output. So next we're going to go ahead and get a basic HTML HTTP request. Get a basic code template, and I'll explain what this is after. Okay, and then we go to our index.html file. Okay, and now you're gonna see this code here creates a request object. This code here links that request to this function here. So whenever this object is gonna be sent, it's gonna return with this function. And then this is the type of request you're gonna do. So you want to get information from the blockchain. And then this is where you're getting the information from. And then you're gonna send that request. And then the blockchain is gonna respond, or the API is gonna respond with object that you can retrieve by saying this dot response text. So let's go ahead and see how that's done really quick. So here you're going to need this website. This is going to be where we're going to be getting the blockchain information from. So I'll have this down in the link below. So now let's see which function we want to call. Get unspent boxes, I think, would be we want to get unspent boxes. So let me see which method would be the simplest. Get unspent by address. Yeah, this would be, so we're gonna give it a wallet address, and it's gonna tell us how much that wallet address has in this application. Alright, so with this function, where is it? There it is. Here we are going to test this out really quick. So let's see here if this would work. I'm gonna need to pause the video here and get a wallet address really quick. Alright, so here, let me go ahead and go back. I have my wallet address. If you guys want to support me making videos, you guys can send ERG crypto to this wallet address as well. So this is my public address for my Ergo wallet. So to test this out, to make sure it's working, I can here replace this entire link, like the very end of it, the location of where it is, with what it tells me to use here, and then where it says P1, instead of P1, I can paste my own wallet address, or any address, any public address, and it will tell me, it will respond with an object like this. So these are, it's gonna give me items and then how many unspent boxes I have. The unspent boxes are basically all of wherever any block that has been sent to my address that has not been spent. So so when you add them all up together, it's going to give you your total balance. So let's go ahead and get it to work really quick. So we're gonna want to do a get request to here. Oh wait, not to there. I mean to this instead. And also, let's go ahead here and say wallet variable is equal to the very last part of the code. And let's go ahead and close this in strings. And instead of putting my wallet by default here, we can have a way where we can change the wallet that we want to see the balance of in a variable like this. So now, if I call this same function, let's go check our application, inspect it, right click, inspect, go to the console, and you see we receive the same things right here. That's pretty much it. So now let's find out which variable holds the balance. Okay, right here we see value holds the balance. Obviously, I'm not a millionaire, so this is your value in, I believe, nano ergs, so nano ERG, because cryptocurrency, like, it's not exactly whole numbers. Like, I believe this is probably like 1 ERG equivalents. So let's go ahead and do the conversion, how many zeros there are. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's 9 zeros. Let me just make sure my math is right. So that would mean 10 to the negative 9. Okay, 10 to the negative 9. Okay, so I was right. That is a nano erg, so that's 1 ERG. So this is a box with 1 ERG in my wallet. So now I'm going to need to remember this conversion factor because I'm going to use it for everything else. So let's go ahead and go to my wallet. Let's go to here and let's do a for loop for this. Alright, so I'm going to do Json.parse instead. And what this is going to do, it's going to convert the text into a object that I can look through. Because if it would just be a string, it would be you wouldn't be able to look through each item, which I'm going to show you what that actually means right now. So now I can do this for, so I can write for item in object items, and I actually changed, I had to pause the video here because I noticed that whenever you're doing this, you have to make sure you're looking at the right name to call things. So here, if I console logged objects, like I said earlier, you can see that there are two things in this object. There's items and there's total. Total tells me how many objects, mini objects there are in here, how many boxes there are, and then items are the actual items themselves. What I want to access is the value of each one of these items. So in order to do that, I only want to look at the objects, items. So for each item in objects, in their items, I am going to, let's see what that means, what an item would be. Item would return me the index of each one of those objects. And notice how it starts at 0. Alright, so here what I would do is object, I want to look in their items list. I want to look at the current index of the current object I am looking at, and I also want to get the value of each one of those, and I want to log that onto the console, and let's see what happens. Here I have 1 erg, it looks like, and this looks like quite a bit more, like 126. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Looks about right. So now I need to add all these objects up together. But what it returns is actually a string. It's not a number, so I need to convert this into a number. There we go. And now it should return a number. Also, I no longer need to console log it, so let's go ahead and return that. Let's go ahead and delete that. And let's make a new variable here. The current value of the current object I'm looking at is this. However, I want the sum of all of these. So outside of the for loop, I'm going to start at 0. And then I'm going to add the current object that I'm going through onto the sum by doing this line, which could be simplified to simply this. So all I'm doing is adding on the current value of the current object onto the sum. So now once it's added up all of the boxes together, let's go ahead and console log the sum, which should be my balance. Alright, obviously I'm not a billionaire, so that is in nano-ergs. If I want to do the conversion rate, remember I told you guys what the conversion rate was, so let's go ahead and make a variable for it. Let's see here, it was 10 to the negative 9, right? So 10 to the negative 9, I believe this should work. If not, I might have to check that as well. Conversion rate. There we go. I have this many ERG in my balance, and that is actually correct when I look at it through my wallet, which I can maybe add to the video if I have time. But this is the correct balance that I have in my wallet. That's the number of Ergo that I own. And you can change this wallet to any other wallet, and you can basically see the balance of any person's ERG wallet using this simple method. But we're not done yet. We want to display this onto the website page, so let's go ahead and do that really quick, which isn't much different from this, because all we have to do is, let's call this our total. Then let's do document.getElement by ID, and remember we called our ID balance here, lowercase. Alright, and then we're gonna set the inner text of that tag to whatever our total is. So now we look back at our page, everything went right. We will see that it is 340.75 basically. There we go. That's my balance. This is the first tutorial. Hope you guys have a nice day. Like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments section below if you guys want more cryptocurrency programming tutorials, or if you guys want fitness videos or whatever. I'm currently learning Ergo because I believe a project has potential and I want to help the developers develop the application. So I'm going to leave down the links that were used in this video down below in the description. Goodbye.